Yeah, well, and you can't see the police.
No.
We would call the June council meeting to order. OCO and I'd like to welcome you to our tribal government at work. We've had a busy morning, busy afternoon. We did our health committee meeting, did our resource committee meeting, had our education, then we had our community services meeting. So we've been in committee meetings most of the day and taking care of business. Most of the items that we addressed tonight have already been discussed and cussed at times, but we've taken care of business today. This is the tribal government at work here. So at this time, I'm going to ask co-speaker, Councilor Victoria Vasquez, to do the invocation.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the blessings that you've bestowed on us as a people and as Cherokee Nation. We ask your continued blessings on those that are recovering from illnesses and those that are battling serious issues. We ask that you watch over and keep safe all of our military personnel here and abroad. And we ask that you bless our nation's leaders as well as the Cherokee Nation leaders with smart decision making for our people. We just thank you again for this day. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
This time we'll do roll call. Shelley?
Yes, sir. Buell Anglin.
Honey.
Keith Austin.
Here.
Harley Buzzard.
Here.
Joe Byrd.
Honey?
Sean Crittenden. Mike Dobbins.
Here.
Frankie Hargis. Wanda Hatfield. Rex Jordan.
Here.
Dick Lay. Mike Shambaugh. Mary Bakershaw. E.O. Smith.
Here.
Janice Taylor. Here. Victoria Vasquez. David Walkingstick. Brian Warner. We do have a quorum.
Okay. This time I entertain approval of the minutes.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the ayes have it. This time we'll go to our State of the Nation address to Mr. Bill John Baker.
Thank you.
OCO, welcome to the June Tribal Council meeting. Seems like this year is just flying by. News of the month, our Remember the Removal Riders are on the road today, and they're actually at a stopping point for a rest day and a repair day for their bicycles in Missouri. And seems like the bike riders all call it misery because of the terrain and the heat and all of those things. But they're scheduled to be back in town on June 21st. We will be hosting the return at the Peace Pavilion in downtown Tahlequah. This is a project that I'm proud of. It is a replica of the pavilion used by our ancestors on the original courthouse square before the Capitol building was built. Chief John Ross held an intertribal peace council in a lodge like this one in 1843. Last week, we began a collaboration with NSU, again, to help with TOS, Teachers of Successful Students. It's a way we can appreciate teachers and help a little bit more with STEM education projects in our jurisdiction. We gave $10,000 worth of grants to help support local STEM learning programs. Also, we recently held our first mobile food pantry for military veterans at the Cherokee Nation's Veteran Center. And might give Barbara a big round of applause. They distributed over 10,000 pounds to our veterans and widows in half a day. And the next one is going to be held in August, so we're going to continue to do that. And, you know, I spoke to so many of the veterans as they came through, and, you know, one fella in tears said that it's the first time that he ever felt that he had been appreciated for being a veteran. And another one came through, and some scam had emptied his bank account, and this food was that important to him, especially this month, because it's going to be 2 weeks or something before they can get the money back in his account. And I had a widow come through, and she just couldn't believe that something was being done, you know, for the widows as well. So it was a great time, and if you get a chance in August to come and volunteer and help put the food in their cars and trucks, it's really heartwarming and something that I really think you would all enjoy doing. We were successful in landing Amazon in the Cherokee Nation. It's going to create 1,500 jobs. That every job will come with it a scholarship program that if they want to go to school and doesn't have to be studying something to help them in their current job that they're working at, but if they want to become a nurse, if they want to become anything like that, Amazon will pay 90% of their tuition up front. Not reimbursable at the end of the semester. They will pay 90% of their tuition up front. You know, another 1,500 jobs for our young people, starting out at $12.50 an hour with a 401k and sick leave, vacation pay, and insurance. It's a pretty good deal. And you know, another 1,500 jobs, and we'll be a partner with them in recruiting and push as many as our people toward those jobs as we have available. Tonight, we're joined by the young Cherokees who are participating in our annual internship program. These bright, intelligent young folks are spending part of their summer working for the tribe. And I'd like for each one of them to come to the microphone and introduce themselves and where they're from and what they're doing for the tribe and say anything that they'd like to say while they're at it. So come right ahead.
Sionigad, Galiheliga, Chigadoha, Galiheligadnigad, Jijiluga, Wadulis, Dawadoa, Sotnaladu, Iawadetia, Daligwachinela, Ganakti, Niwastoti, Awaduli, Wado. Hello everyone, my name is Whitney Roach. I'm happy to be here today and happy that you all could make it out. I am 19 years old. I live here in Tahlequah, and I will be attending Northeastern State University in the fall to major in cellular and molecular biology to hopefully someday become a doctor of osteopathic medicine. Thank you.
Sionagad, Garrett Dawado, Dalakwa, Ginela, Naila Du, Iyawade Tiud. Hello everyone, my name is Garrett Toon. I live in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and I'm 18 years old. I'll be attending Northeastern State University to major in cell and molecular biology to hopefully come back to the Cherokee Nation and become an emergency physician. Widow.
Sionagad, Lauren Dawado, Giteo Ginela, Neiladu Yawade Tiud. Hello everyone, my name is Lauren. I'm from Cherry Tree. I'm 18 years old and I plan on attending Carl Albert State College to major as a physical therapy assistant.
Sio Nagad, Osio, sorry guys. Osio Kathleen Dawado Welina Ginela Sona de la Iawade Tied. Hello everyone, my name is Kelsey Jones. I live in Welling, Oklahoma, and I'm 19 years old. I graduated from Sequoia High School. I'm attending college at Connor State University, and I'm majoring in nursing. Wado.
Sio Natasha Dawado. Talat Janela, Nela Du Iyawade Tied. Hello, I'm Natasha Wakachi. I'm from Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I'm 18 and I'll be attending NSU to major in psychology. Thank you.
Theo Megan Dawado, Awuni Yesti Ginela, Sultni Du Iyawade Tied. Hello, my name is Megan. I live in Park Hill. I am 19 years old. I graduated from Sequoia High School. And I plan on going to SBU for cheer and then majoring in nursing. Wado.
Sio, Lissa, Dawado, Tahlequah, Junela, Nela Du, Iyawade Tied. Hi, my name is Lissa Pritchett. I am 18 years old. I live in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I graduated from Sequoia High School this year. I am going to NSU for my basics and then applying for dental hygienist and hopefully come work for Hastings at the dental program. Wado.
Sio Leah Dawado Ginela Tahlequah Ginela Nela Du Iyawade Tied. Hello, my name is Leah Pritchett. I live in Tahlequah. I'm 18 years old and I'm going to NSU next semester and I'm undecided.
Sio Dela Dawado, Tahlequah Janela, Sont Nela Du Iyawade Tied. Hello, my name is Taylor Lynn. I attended Oklahoma State University last year. I'm actually coming back here to NSU to pursue my career in speech pathology. Wado.
Osio, Jace Dawado, Desoya Ginela, Sonela Du Iyawade Tied. My name is Jay Shepard. I'm from Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. I am currently playing basketball and a biochemistry major at McPherson College, and I plan on coming back and working for the Cherokee Nation as a pediatrician.
Osio, Andrew Dawado, Tahlequah Janela, Nela Du Iyawade Tied. Hello, my name is Andrew. I live here in Tahlequah. I'm 18, and I plan to go to OSU in the spring and major in computer science. Thank you.
Osio Graylin, Dawado, Dawanugo, Ginela, Tosco, Iyawade Tied. My name is Graylin Fletcher. I'm from Vine, Oklahoma. I currently attend Colorado State College, majoring in business administration accounting. Wado.
Chief, just 30 days ago, we were in committee meeting, and we knew that George was going to come to this committee, and his supervisor, Diane Kelly, we were bragging on the bikers, how they could say their name, how old they were, and where they were from. So that challenge went out to George and his group just 30 days ago, and look how well they done. I mean, go ahead, George.
Thank you, sir. I just want the group to know that these young men and women are unbelievable because they've only had about 5 hours of language teaching Cherokees. 5 hours. And look how much they've already learned. So, you know, it's up to these young men and women that wants to pursue them further on because it's only been 5 hours. It's unbelievable how much they've soaked up and learned. As you can see, there's still a little bit, but for today, hey, if I was 18, 19, I wouldn't be able to do that. And a wonderful job. Thank
you. So if you were wondering if how the nation was going to go forward in the future, you can look at these bright young Cherokees behind me and know that we've got a crop of wonderful, wonderful students coming through, and it sounds like several of the jobs at the new clinic might be filled by some of the folks standing right behind me. Got a pediatrician and a doctor and some nurses and an IT fella and a couple of psychologists and psychiatrists and folks, we're blessed. We are truly blessed to have this kind of talent that wants to come back and help their tribe. If we'll take a moment of silence, I'm going to read the names of some of the Cherokees that were with us last month that are not with us this month, and then we'll take any from the council and have a moment of silence. Robert Alford from Muskogee, Dale Berry from Tulsa, James Chancellor from Miami, Hazel Gilpin from Pryor, Meredith Henry from Coffeyville, Sean Holt from Pryor, Rosa Hummingbird from Stillwell, Ray Hunter from Salisaw, Billy Jackson from Tahlequah, William Ketcher of Stillwell, Betty Lawhorn of Claremore, Catherine Lynn of Pryor, Dolly Looney of Stillwell, Marisol Mayer of Stillwell, William Markle of Pryor, Julie Most of Claremore, Trenda Ross of Pryor, Vansel Smith of Tahlequah, Daniel Tilley of Okemah, Marlo Wright of Claremore, Bessie Young Wolf of Chelsea, and Jacqueline Hamill of Locust Grove, a former employee or an employee for child support, and a daughter of Bill Glass. Are there others?
Yes, I have a Fred Morrow, a U.S. Marine Vietnam veteran from Jay.
Okay.
Joe Leathers from Chelsea, who was a Cherokee warrior.
And my dad's first cousin.
Herbert Proctor from Stillwell.
Michael Shane Rogers from Jay.
Ruth Sheldardy, Stillwell.
Jan Goff, Gans, Charles Jack Fargo, Brent, Oklahoma, Freddie Oosty Scoggins Jr. from Salisaw, and Gail McCoy Rollers, Vian.
If we can have a moment of silence, please. And with that, it concludes the State of the Nation.
Thank you, Chief. The Cherokee Warrior Veterans Awards from our Deputy Chief, S. Joe Crittenden.
Mr. Speaker, tonight we have 4 veterans to honor with the Warrior Award, Medal of Patriotism. I would like Councilman Dobbins to come down and help with this presentation, please. Our first veteran tonight is named Doyle L. Clark. Doyle, would you come forward, sir? Doyle Lee Clark was 16 years old when he joined the Marine Corps. He received his training at San Diego, California. In January of '61, Mr. Clark was transferred along with his Battalion A, Company 2nd Marines, to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. While at North Carolina, Mr. Clark volunteered to go to the Philippine Islands and was stationed at a naval air station for 18 months. Then he returned stateside to Camp Pendleton, California. In '67, Mr. Clark was deployed to Vietnam as a machine gunner and was honorably discharged in January 1969 as an E5 sergeant. Commendations and citations and medals: Good Conduct Medal with 1 star, National Defense Service Medal, Vietnam Service Medal with 1 star, and Vietnam Campaign Medal 1960. And Mr. Clark, on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you, sir, for your service to this country.
check my calendar here. Where at? I'll do my best.
1, 2, 3.
And would you like to say anything, sir?
Now, thank you very much for this award, because we didn't get too much when I came back. And just been the last 5 or 10 years, people thanking us for our service. So it's really an honor. And I thank you very much, everyone.
Councilman Shambo, would you come down and help with this one, sir? Our next veteran this evening, Mr. Speaker, is Douglas J. Ketcher. Douglas, would you come forward, sir? Mr. Ketcher enlisted in the U.S. Army in 1964. He was sent to basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Mr. Ketcher became a transportation personnel for the 58th Transportation Battalion and later shipped to Vietnam in 1965. The 58th Transportation Battalion was in Operation Highland Support, 1st Cavalry Division, hauling ammo, military equipment, and replacement troops from the beaches of An Key, Vietnam. The 58th Transportation Battalion was the first American convoy over Highway 19 to make it to Ple Key to resupply ARUN 22nd Division in the jungles of Vietnam. The convoy had to be escorted at times by air power, tanks, and ground troops. Mr. Ketcher was honorably discharged in March of '67 with the rank of E3 Private First Class. Decorations and medals: the Vietnam Service Medal, National Defense Service Medal, Sharpshooter Badge for the rifle. And Mr. Ketcher, on behalf of a grateful nation, sir, I want to thank you for your service to this country.
The only one I've drawn word on.
And your family?
Oh, a bunch of them. Come on.
All right. Over the barrier.
Okay, right here. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Would you like to say anything?
If I can.
I understand.
I just want to think that the memories are not good for me, but I thank the United States of America and just pray for our troops. And I thank the Cherokee Nation for what all they've done for me, for my health, just for believing, and please believe in God, because we all need it. Thank you.
Mr. Ketcher, the young lady sitting there with you, I heard her name a while ago and I can't remember it, but it's so beautiful. Would you tell me her name again?
Okay, this is my granddaughter, and her name is Abigail Videla Ann Ketcher.
Isn't that a pretty name? I'll tell you what.
She's got her 2 sisters' name, or 2 aunts' name in her name, and my wife Videla's name in her name.
Videla, I love it. I love it. Thank you, sir. By the way, while we got just a second here, last Friday.
That's this one.
Oh, okay. Last Friday, there was an event took place at Rogers State, and the moving wall, or the wall that heals, the Vietnam Wall. And Barbara took a group of veterans. There was a support group. Several rode the bus. Several drove up behind the bus. We had a great group up there, and Keith Austin, councilman, was there. President of Rogers State College made us all feel welcome. There was a senator there, a state senator. It was a great time up there in Claremore. And I just wanted, as Chief mentioned, the food bank and all recently, and the upcoming, we're going to keep doing that. It's great to see the support that we get to do for our veterans and how we appreciate them. And Chief, thank you for all you do to make these things happen for us. And I'm just glad to be a small part of this thing. So let's see here. Council Lady Wanda Hatfield, would you come forward? Our next veteran is Johnny P. Walker, and this gentleman drove all the way from East Peoria, Illinois for this. Let's give him a hand. Mr. Walker enlisted in the United States Air Force through the Air Force Buddy System program in Des Moines, Iowa in 1963. He received basic training at Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas. He was stationed at Myrtle Beach from 64 to 67 and then transferred to Elgin Air Force Base, Florida for jungle training in July of 67. Mr. Walker and approximately 100 personnel flew out of the case on a KC-135 cargo jet headed to Southeast Asia. The platoon landed in Bien Hoa, Vietnam, where he spent 11 months and 28 days. Mr. Walker was honorably discharged in July of 68. His decorations, medals awarded: the Air Force Outstanding Unit Award, National Defense Service Medal, Vietnam Service Medal, Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, and that looks like the end. I almost read something else. Mr. Walker, on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you, sir, for your service to this country.
Thank you.
Did you travel by yourself, or did you bring anybody with you?
No, I brought a whole gang.
All right, great.
All right. My daughter, youngest daughter, and her two daughters from Wichita, Kansas, coming out. World travelers. And this is my cousin's granddaughter from Stillwell.
Okay.
Can you get it? Yep. And this is my wife, Karen.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Would you like to say anything?
I would like to thank the Cherokee Nation for all they do for the veterans, and keep up the good work. We're going to be around for a little bit. All right. Good. Thank you.
Wanda, would you come back, please? Sorry.
No, he doesn't.
And our last veteran this evening is a gentleman named Roger A. Young. Roger, would you come forward? Mr. Young enlisted in the United States Army in 1958 and was stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado. After receiving his training, he was assigned to the 7th Army in Munich. Mr. Young's next assignment was in Fort Lee, Virginia, where he received a direct commission as a second lieutenant and was sent to Vietnam for 13 months before being sent to Idar Oberstein, Germany for 2 years. He also spent 1 year in Korea to command the 8th Army Unit. He received next orders to go to Heidelberg, Germany with the United States Army Europe headquarters. After 21 years of active service, he retired in '78 as a major. Medals received: the Legion of Merit, Meritorious Unit Citation with Clusters, Army Commendation Medal with 2 oak leaf cluster, Vietnam Service Medal, Vietnam Gallantry Cross Military Medal, Republic of Vietnam Campaign Medal, and the National Defense Medal. And Mr. Young, on behalf of a grateful nation, sir, thank you for your service to this country.
Any family you want to bring down?
My daughter. I don't have a whole crowd, they're all about somewhere else.
1, 2, 3.
Anything you'd like to say?
Well, I thought about some of the nice speeches that were given here before, and I had a very strong feeling when I was in Vietnam. That was during the days of draftees. And I'm going to tell you, the draftee soldiers that I had under my command when I was there, and then later on that I served with, I feel are a credit to this country, and I think we need to have something like that again, either that or public service. But I just felt very strongly, and I think they need to be appreciated because they came over there, not because they volunteered, but because they served their country. That's right.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's all I have tonight.
Deputy in Chief did a good job as always.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, moving down to our items. Action of unfinished business, none pending. Committee reports, Cherokee Nation business, Mr. Chuck Garrett. Chuck, you took a little tour out east too, didn't you?
I did. It was really an honor. I joined the riders in New Echota last Sunday and rode, actually last Saturday evening, but we rode Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we finished up in Guthrie, Kentucky on Thursday. So an incredible experience, and I was really honored to be a part of it.
We commend you for that.
Well, as was said earlier, if you have any doubt about the future of the Cherokee Nation, spend some time around these kids. On to other, a little more mundane things here, perhaps. But it is a pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of the 6,800 hardworking men and women at Cherokee Nation businesses. It's rare, you know, Mr. Slayton and I get to divide up responsibilities on a number of things. Tonight, however, I get to report on some incredible news, some outstanding news. C&B in the month of March had more revenue than any other month in our history. And we know, you know, who deserves that credit, because it's the men and women that do this every day. They're on the front lines that sometimes don't get much applause. But not only did we generate more revenue than any other month, we generated more profits than any other month in the history of Cherokee Nation businesses. So I'm very proud of that. I know all the employees are also very proud of that accomplishment. In addition to the monthly dividend that is distributed to the nation based on those earnings, CMB's non-dividend financial contributions to the nation include retail sales taxes of $356,875 and liquor excise taxes of $27,096 for a total non-dividend financial contribution of $383,000. Regarding our job statistics, which obviously we report to every month and is in your packet as well, but CMB currently has a workforce of 6,865 employees. We are permitted to apply a preference, Cherokee and Native American preference, on 4,400 of those positions. 73% of those CMB employees are Cherokee citizens, and an additional 6.9% of those CMB employees are citizens of other tribal nations. So giving us a total Native workforce of 80% of our employees. Other CMB announcements. Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tulsa has been nominated for Casino of the Year in the small capacity category in the 53rd Annual Academy of Country Music Awards. This is the Joint's third nomination for an ACM. In May, Cherokee Nation Construction Services were recognized for their efforts in Abu Dhabi, providing international deployment support services to the U.S. government personnel and their families as part of a 5-year contract, which was signed in 2017 with the U.S. Department of State. As part of the diplomatic support contract, the company provides deployment services and support such as housing, transportation, shipping, and facilities maintenance to assist the Department of Homeland Security's, Department of Defense, and other federal agency personnel, as well as to their families with their transition to the Middle East. Cherokee Nation Red Wing is continuing its support of the U.S. Armed Services through a 3-year project with the U.S. Army. CNRW is producing the hardware for a mine-resistant, ambush-protected all-terrain vehicle. Last month, CMB contributed $26,000 to replace the radio system for the West Siloam Police Department. The improved communication capabilities will allow the department to increase its response times and will create a safer working environment for all first responders working or assisting in the surrounding area. Cherokee Nation Cultural Tourism has entered its busy season, welcoming guests to its four Cherokee Nation museums, 7 Cherokee Nation gift shops, and 2 Cherokee Nation welcome centers. Stories on the Square has returned for the summer and offers free, family-friendly storytelling events every Wednesday in June and July. The 1-hour program is hosted under the gazebo at the Cherokee Nation Capitol, starting at 10 a.m. and is followed by a hands-on activity or craft. We are proud to be participating in the nationwide Blue Star Museums program, which provides free admission to active duty military personnel and their families at Cherokee Nation Museums and the Cherokee Heritage Center from Memorial Day through Labor Day. And Mr. Speaker, that concludes my report, and happy to answer any questions that councilors may have.
Any questions for our Vice President? You did well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And thank you for those outstanding historic numbers. That means the employees are to be commended. They always do an outstanding job.
All the credit goes to them, and we appreciate them so much.
The nation is doing well.
Yes, sir.
We're blessed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. At this time, I would entertain a motion to amend the agenda to add a couple items.
Mr. Speaker, I would move to add 2 items, number 5 and 6, from Resource and Community Committees.
Got a motion?
Second.
And second? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Ayes have it. So, old business, I see none. Resolution number 1, Councilor Shambaugh, you want to take that?
This is a resolution authorizing the placement of land in trust, Beck's Mill, 39.2 acres in Delaware County, and I put that in the form of a motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
And a second? Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Ayes have it. Councilor Shambaugh, you have the next one as well.
This is a resolution expressly agreeing to choice of law and venue and authorizing a waiver of sovereign immunity of the Cherokee Nation in connection with a software agreement with Municipal Accounting Systems Incorporated, and I put that in the form of a motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Councilor Smith, you want to take resolution number 3?
Yes. The resolution authorizing a gaming compact supplement with the state of Oklahoma. And put that in form of a motion.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. Councilor Taylor, you want to take resolution number 4?
Sure. It's an act amending Legislative Act 26-17, authorizing the comprehensive operating budget for fiscal year 2018, Mod 9, and declaring an emergency. I put that in the form of a motion.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay, Councilor Dobbins, you want to take resolution number 5?
It's a resolution authorizing the Cherokee Nation to donate a modular office building to Project A Association located in Muskogee County. Put that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Aye. Okay, got 2 opposition and 1 abstention. Okay. Last resolution, Councilor Lay, you want to take that?
Yes, sir. Resolution authorizing submission of a grant application to the Department of Health and Human Services, Administration for Children and Families, Office of the Child Care for Tribal Maternal, Infant, and Early Childhood Home Visiting Program Implementation and Expansion Grant. Put it in form of a motion.
Motion and a second by Councilor Warner. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Okay.
I'd like to be added as a sponsor to that. Number 6?
Yes.
Number 6.
Okay. Okay. Any announcements to my right? Yes, Councilor Buell.
Yes, I have a community meeting this Saturday at Sperry at Mike Taylor Park, and everyone's welcome. It's a hog fry, so we'll feed at noon. You're welcome to come.
Okay. Anybody else? Yes, Councilor Smith.
This coming Thursday, June 14th at Black Gum Community. That's 3 miles from 10 Killer Dam. We're having our community meeting there. Want to invite everyone. Thank you.
To my left, anybody there? Councilor Walkenstick.
Indian All-State Games is going on at Bacon College this Saturday. If you guys will do nothing tonight, watch our natives play some ball.
This coming 18th, 19th, and 20th, we'll be having our Tri-Council meeting. That will include the Eastern Band Cherokees, United Kituwa Band, and the Cherokee Nation here. We will start the 18th. They'll have crafts here. I think they might play some golf on the 18th. That night, there'll be a charter bus leaving here for anybody that would want to go to the Sovereignty play that's going to be shown at the Hard Rock. It'll start at 7:30. So I think capacity is going to be 40. So if you want to go, tickets are $10. Youth, if you need your way paid in, get a hold of Walkenstick. And somehow we'll take care of it. But the bus will leave here, charter bus, 6 o'clock. The play starts at 7:30. We'll leave right here from the complex. Get a hold of council office. So again, Tri-Council, 18th, 19th, the 20th, we will start our Tri-Council meeting under the pavilion, our new pavilion that Chief talked about. It'll start at 9 o'clock. So everybody's welcome to attend. Anything else, Deputy?
Mr. Speaker?
Yes, sir. Councilor Warner.
You got all these students over here. Deadline, June 15th. If you've got friends, that's the deadline for the undergraduate scholarship. Make sure they get out there and get those forms submitted. Anybody else that knows, June 15th, that's Friday.
That's this Friday, so spread the word.
Don't leave the money on the table, okay?
Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, Councilor Crittenden.
Yes, I'd just like to remind everybody to keep sending up prayers for my Adair County council lady. We share it.
Yes.
And I don't feel like I need to go into details or anything, but from what I'm hearing, it's looking up. But prayer is always good, so you continue to do that. And I know the family and her would appreciate that.
Yes, we will do it. This is Councilor Hargis here, so everybody keep her in prayer. You know, she's missed right now, but she'll be back. Okay. Anybody else? Deputy? Chief?
We're good.
Okay. All right. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn. All right. Aggie Yossi.